about EU meta, and every time I get to cast it, it is phenomenal because the stacks are so fast, which makes the passes have to be even faster, and I love it. And here comes Scuffed, Joshy T2 Baguette, putting the cross on that T there to put in the 2-pointers. Scuffed has got their lead back.
Yep, just like that. Gravity took the lead and Scuff took it right back as they find themselves 1 point ahead here. And Gravity come out of the tubes to pick up the disc and have their possession just. They come forward here. Viatrex holding is trying to duck out the front stack. He does get it past them, but it's not received the way they needed it to, as Baguette had an opportunity on empty goal but couldn't quite pick it up. But Josh T does pick it up, and now there's a scuffle back and forth. Baguette wins that, tries to get it forward to Ocu Allen. Ocu Allen fighting towards picking it up, and we have Viatrex taking a shot on the goal. Just bouncing a little bit too low, not quite going in, but it's okay because BK is there. Clean up.
Yep, good stuff there. Hey, you know what? Sometimes they don't go in, but the important part is you shake it off and you're quick to get back to it, and that is exactly what BK did there, securing the 2-pointer for Gravity and taking the lead back. This round so far has been so back and forth. Lead changes all the time, and we are now getting closer to the end of the round. It could very well just come down to who scores last. We'll see, though, as Oculus Allen sends this one down to Baguette. Baguette on the floor here, driving in. Here comes the defense, looking for that cut, secures it to Joshy T, but Scuba Do, the forcing goal, will force the turnover for BK to pick up and get sent on through. But Baguette, what a leech. They are getting rid of that gravity stack and tracking it down in their own zone. Picking this one up under pressure, finds that pass over across to Joshy T. Joshy T just sending this one up for the waiting stack, and it is going to be a little bit scuffed, but it does get through in the end, where it will be recovered by Viatrex.
Viatrex holding this now on these back line. They are 1 point up, so there's not an immediate pressure to get forward here, as there is just over a minute on the clock. There's a pass forward, but not quite received by BK. This is now Baguette picking this up, who's having a very good game in terms of defensive plays as he gets this forward right now. And this is Scuff winning that interaction there, just getting the disc out of trouble, passing it over to Joshy T, who was down low, getting over to the post where we had Baguette, and Baguette finishing that off. 2 more points for the side of Scuffed. They're 1 point up, and we have not long left. Just under a minute left on the clock.
Yep, this is do or die time here for Team Gravity. I mean, there's technically time for 2 goals, but if they waste any kind of time with this disc, it is going to be next goal wins. Or Scuffed, if they just put up the defense here, could walk away with it in 40 seconds. This one up to BK. BK looking to send this one back to Viatrex on the back line. They've got 30 seconds here to work their way in slowly and leave not enough time left on the clock for Scuffed. Viatrex on the wall looking for this cut, but oh my goodness, the jump out of goal is good. However, the clear is not. This is bouncing around on the nose, but Baguette finds a way to track this one down. 15 seconds remaining. Gravity stack is home first. They've got to get rid of it here and now. BK looking for this clear. It's going to go through the tunnel where it will be recovered by Oculus Allen. Oculus Allen clearing this one through, and with 6 seconds remaining, it is one final try for Gravity. This one's going to be slapped all the way through. They need a stack on it now. No, they will not get there in time, and that means Scuffed is taking round 1, 11-10.
There we are. Scuffed take it by 1 point. By 1 point. They take it. That is such a close game, and it has been a pleasure to watch this first round. Let's see how it turns out in the second. Are we going to see some kind of runaway, or is it going to be another very close game? What do you make of that, Psychotic?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. The stats for Scuffed are a little scuffed because we did reuse the same server. So all I gotta say is I really don't think Memento Mori is carrying his weight here in this game. All right, there we go. The stats are fixed. But yeah, honestly though, I have been blown away by both of these teams' performances. I mean, we talked about the connoisseur votes going into this game and Gravity being the underdog, but this round was a 1-point difference. That is honestly incredible. Both of these teams showing excellent skill in possession. I honestly think that Gravity is doing a little bit better on the passing, on the possession, on the slow controlled plays up, but where Scuffed is finding their success. Oh, Maury's in chat! I'm sorry. Hi, Maury. But no, where Scuffed is finding their success is the stacks, that high stack pressure that they're putting on Team Gravity, breaking up those passes, and really utilizing clear and boost very, very well. It has been interesting to see those two different metas, two different games clash against each other, and I'm excited to see which one wins out going into round 2.
Yes, and here we are in round 2, the neutral joust. I believe that was won by Gravity. Gravity had a little bit of a scuffle there, and we now have Scuff pushing this forward, trying to pick up their own disc, but they have Gravity, who beats them to it. Nillywick throws it over to the left tunnel, where it's picked up by Scuba Dude. I'm going to pronounce his name different every time I read it. And we have Oculus on the back line there, trying to get it forward, and both teams are struggling to really settle down with their possession here. But saying that, Gravity moved into the bubble, taking a shot, but it's picked up by Scuff.
Yep, this one's going to be picked up and sent through, tracked down by Scoobert Dew. However, the reset not going to go according to plan, as it is Baguette getting there first for the side of Scuffed, beating out Viatrex, sending this one in, driving into the bubble behind the back. Oh my goodness. Disgusting shot there from Baguette for the side of Scuffed, and that will be the first 2 points of this round.
Out of interest, what is the criteria to make Psychotic call a shot disgusting? What makes it disgusting shot?
Oh man, is that not a thing? Is that an American
No,
thing?
it is. I'm just
Okay,
curious.
okay. If it makes me visibly like clench up because I just don't want to be on the receiving side of that, then it's disgusting. Like, that cannot feel good. But oh my goodness, hey, they're doing just fine on their own as Nillywick hits that pass up to BK, and BK sinks it in for the 3. Gravity taking that lead back immediately.
Oh, and immediately I regret taking the attention away from the game. BK puts in a beautiful 3-point there from high up, and he brings them into the lead of this game. Scuff come out here with possession QB, but it's red so quickly, and that nearly went in. This is Gravity really, really pressing down on their advantage here, trying to make something work so they can get a longer lead here. This is Viatrex holding on the back line, passing it down to Scuba Do 2, passing it over to BK. BK not pressured, so he can take his time a little bit, but does decide to reset it to Viatrex. Now, Viatrex trying to get it to BK, but Joshy T is there first. Joshy T gets a little bit of a slap on it, but it's not as controlled as he needs it to, but it's fine, because he does get a second slap, moving it over, and now we find Scuffed pressing on to Gravity's end here, as Chappie gets this back to Baguette. Baguette across to Joshy T. Joshy T on the back line, playing along the floor, passing it up to Ocu Allen moving in from the right side. He has a defender on post who baits him forward and finds the pass over to Baguette. That was beautiful. That was textbook baiting, waiting on the ghost there, waiting for the defender to be pulled out and use that opportunity. Pass into the cut option.
Yep, good stuff there from the side of Scuffed, securing the 2-pointer and getting their lead back now, but it is only 1 point and so much time to go. Let's see how Gravity handles this one. Viatrex getting a great duck there on Baguette, sending it to Nillywick. Nillywick sending this one over cross, connecting with Scoobert Dew on the bounce, back to Viatrex, and then immediately back to Scoobert Dew. Scoobert sending this one up to BK. BK hitting that pass to Nillywick on his way in and hitting the 2. Gravity is back on top 5-4. You know, I am so blown away. I know I've said it before and I will say it again. I'm so blown away by that tight passing from Gravity, where they've got, one defender or a stack between them and they just go back and forth until finally they find that open lane, and it works out for them once again here on that play, securing the 2-pointer and getting themselves in the lead.
Yeah, the phenomenal passing plays, as well as the finesse as well of the closing. When they're in the bubble, they put themselves in a situation where they got to play it in the bubble. Their close rate is just so high because they can finish. They've done this so many times. They're very experienced players, and that's what we're seeing here, a real showcase. As we have a loose disc here as Baguette picks this up, working his way through mid, waiting for his stack to be ready. His stack wasn't quite ready in time, but here Joshy T does pick this up, passes it over to the cut, and that is in. Ocuadam puts that in, assist by Joshy T. And here we are. Scuffed taking the lead by 1 point. Such a close game, such a back and forth.
Incredible angle on that pass. I watched it back on the stream, wondered he had an even better angle on it. I mean, that stack so close to tracking that one down. Any slower on that pass, it would not have worked, but it does, and they get the points off of it. However, here comes Gravity looking to answer back as this goes over across to Scoobert. Scoobert to BK and then back to Scoobert. Now over to Viatrex. That stack finally broken apart. So here comes Gravity looking to push. It's BK on the way in, the one-on-one, and he gets it done, securing that bottom. Well, not quite a pocket, but I mean, it is close enough to keep it away from the goalie, and it will go in for the 2.
It was enough to throw off the goalie, where the goalie might have thought this was coming like level to the left or right or high. He just popped it down low where his hands weren't, and that went in. Sorry. Here we are with Scuffed coming out now with their QB picked up on the back line. Ocu Allen passes over to the right tunnel, and this is Baguette passing across to Joshy T. Josh T finds Chappie. Back with Ocu Allen on the back line. Ocu Allen finds a pass over on the left side with Joshy T. Joshy T moves this forward, waiting for his teammates to set up. They are set up as he now resets it back to Ocu Allen. Ocu Allen sending it back to Joshy T. Joshy T looking for his pass options as the defense is very heavy in his face there, so decides to reset it back to Ocu Allen, taking his time here, trying to find the right moment to send this forward and send it forward. He does as Baguette now picks this up, but not quite as Gravity have cleared that forward. That might, from my angle, I couldn't really tell, that might have actually been on target, but to clean up, we had Scoobert. Scoobert cleaned that up and put in another 2 points for the side of Gravity.
Yeah, it was close. I'm not totally sure, but honestly, it's at the point where guaranteed points are better than no points because of how close this game is. And now they've gotten themselves up to a 3-point lead. I mean, that is still only 1 goal, assuming it's a 3, but it is better than just 2. Here comes Joshy T, though, for the side of Scuffed, looking to send this one over across, but Viatrex finding himself in the lane, getting that interception, but now under some pressure, finds the pass to Nillywick. Nillywick getting this clear on through. We're going to see a stack race as this is down into the Scuffed zone. Who's home first? Well, it is going to be Baguette for the side of Scuffed, picking this one up, sending it back through the mid, picked up by O'Chappie. O'Chappie losing a hand on it, though. It's Nillywick slapping this one back to the goalie, who sends this one immediately up to Viatrex. The stack is lurking for the side of Scuffed. Can they force the turnover here? No. Yes, they can. The back stack coming in from nowhere. However, BK still manages to find a way to get back to it and send this one through the tunnel for Gravity. Looking like a ceiling shot off the back wall, but headbutted away from the defensive stack, and it is now into the hands of O'Chappie.
Chappie sending this forward. We have to get holding this right now, and Scuffed are on the offensive here, trying to set something up as we have O'Chappie again, holding it again, moving it forward to Baguette. Baguette gets stunned out, but it's okay because O'Chappie is here, resetting his back to the back line. We have Ocu Allen. Ocu Allen flies through the middle here. He is set up on Bowtie, trying to read the play. He does read the play. He passes it over, and that is in. Joshy T, phenomenal work, phenomenal assist and read there by Ocu Allen. Scuffed are putting on a great show here as they claw their way back to winning, well, hopefully winning this second round as they putting in the work to try and get that lead.
All right. This one is going to be Gravity handling it. Their lead has been cut down to just 1 point. Also, to address that, there's an NA player called Bloop, and because Boop is on blast, I keep getting it mixed up, and I couldn't remember if it was Bloop or Boop until after the shot, and I just didn't want to miscall it. But oh my goodness, BK driving in, looking for the 2-pointer, and while the goalie had the save for just a second there, it was not enough. He steals it back to put in the 2. Excellent work there from the side of Gravity as they re-extend their lead up to 3. Boop, I'm sorry, man. I'm doing my best.
Here we have Scuffed coming out now. QB very quickly passing over to Baguette on the right side. Baguette looking for a pass down low with Joshy T. Joshy T weighing up his options here. He does not have anyone in his face, but now he does. He passes it over to O'Chappie. O'Chappie makes me happy. He puts that in. Assist by Joshy T. Scuffed are bringing it back.
Good stuff there from Scuffed, not letting this one get out of hand as they sink in the 2 and get the lead down to just 1 point once again. As a reminder, Scuffed did win round 1, so if they can find a way to take this round 2, they're done. They'll walk away with the win, or we could be seeing a round 3 if Gravity can hold on to this lead. This one's going to be bouncing into the hands of BK under all of the pressure, forcing the shot early, which Joshy T is happy to take full advantage of. However, the clear not through. It's BK looking for that shot, but Baguette jumping out and forcing the steal, working this one forward now. 40 seconds remaining. They could just be looking to put in the final points as the ice, sending this one forward. It's going to bounce instead into the hands of the Gravity stack. They're sending this one on through, bouncing high away from the Scuff stack, up into the hands of Nillywick. Nillywick looking to drive in the one-on-one and through the hands. That is so Unfortunate, but it will go in for the 2. Gravity goes up 13-10, and Scuffed is going to have about 6 seconds to get a 3 if they want to do anything about it.
So I like to believe it's possible. I like to believe they can score right now in the next 6 seconds. This is something that they can pull together as they pass it very quickly to the right tunnel and pass it, relay it forward to the right wall, and that is stopped. It's stopped in their tracks. Gravity said, no, we're taking this. We're taking round 2. We're taking round 2, and that they do, meaning that we have a round 3 coming up.
We do indeed.
Oh, I was just wondering. Do you know what's happening this month? Are you aware of any kind of festivities?
Is it? I think there's something going on with fall. I'm not totally sure. Is there a festival or something?
Possibly. Can you remember any more than that?
I think it's 6 leagues, 3 weekends, 1 passion. It's VRML Fall Fest that we are now officially in. It actually kicks off this weekend with Pavlov and Onward both having postseason activities going on. You do not want to miss that, so if you're interested in it, go check out the VR Master League Twitch channel or check out the Pavlov VRML Twitch channel. Both of Harvest Festival. I'm sorry. It is so easy to get me to crack. It's so bad. 1 weekend, 3 leagues, 6 passions. Good lord, I don't think our production staff could handle that. Don't even give them that idea. But yeah, there is a lot going on. There is Pavlov and Onward going on this weekend. We've got the LAN going on next weekend in Toronto, Canada. We've got Echovr VRML postseason coming up, which all culminates on November 20th with NA, OCE, and EU finals. You do not want to miss that. But for now, we've got our second Gravity round 3 on our hands. Money Mitch, take it away.
Thank you very much. That was read beautifully. And talking of beautifully, we have Scuffed beautifully putting in the work here, getting this forward into the Gravity bubble and looking for a very early goal. But Gravity say no as Scubert do too sends this very deep into the Scuffed end. And Gravity have their possession now in the end of Scuffed. Looking to make something happen here. We have some play happening on top of clock, but it's not enough as Scuffed take possession here. And it's back and forth. Gravity find themselves in possession again, taking a very long shot, but it's read on the backline by Ocu Allen getting his forward now to Baguette, who dances around the station here, getting it over to Joshy T under so much pressure, but still slaps it forward. Is that Chappie looking to pick this up, and he does pick this up. They're in a very good position right now to make something happen as the other Scuffed players move forward to set something up, some kind of play to bring them the lead that they need here if they're going to win this game. But they're playing so patiently but so quickly as they quickly turn that around, passing over to Chappie on the shoulder. He gets it to Baguette and puts that in. That's Scuffed with a 2-point lead.
Yep. That play right there is the perfect example of playing patiently to wait for your lanes to open, but once they're open, full force, pedal to the metal, go before they close. And with those 2 quick successive passes, they have found the first 2 points on the board here for round 3. But here it comes Gravity. You know they're looking to answer back quickly. It's going to be Scubert Do sending this one back to Viatrex at the bow tie. Viatrex giving Scuffed a taste of their own medicine here. Happy to play very, very patiently. The stack finally forced to bite means Viatrex sends this one up to BK. BK sending this one through to Nillywick at the pack. Nillywick sends this one back, finding Viatrex in the tunnel. Under that same pressure, though, he'll send it back to Nillywick. Nillywick looking for something, hits this cross over to BK. BK on his way in from the nest, and pressure on the goalie means that is open. That's going to go in for the 2 for Gravity.
Here we have Gravity evening out the score here. It's now 2-2. We have just over 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this final round. It's all to play for. It's not looking in anyone's favor right now. These are very, very well matched teams that we are watching play tonight on this Sunday night in the EU League. Here we have Chappie passing it down to Baguette, sending it back to Chappie resetting this back. It's worth noting the amount of resets we see at this level as well. Like I don't know if it's like the passing style that these teams are adopting, but it's working. They use the opportunity. If they have the 4th player in the arena on their side, then they need to use it, and they are. They're passing to the open player, who's again open receiving. This is Ocu Allen holding this now, looking and deciding which is the best person to pass to. He finds Baguette here. Baguette sends it down to Josh T. Josh T moves towards the goal, and it was left open, and Joshy T capitalizes on that. 70 meters per second speed of a shot. That's 2 more points for Scuffed.
Yep. Excellent stuff there from Scuffed, sinking in the 2 and taking their lead back as they go up 4-2. But now here comes Gravity, 6 minutes remaining left on the clock. Viatrex sending this one forward, connecting with Nillywick there at the station. Over cross to Scoobert Do, but Baguette is all over him, forcing this stun, turnover, and pass down low to Ochapi. But Ochapi, not liking what he sees, will hit the reset back over to Oculallen. Oculallen now finding Baguette back at the pack, over cross high to Ochapi. Ochapi back to Baguette, doing some moves on the post to get on through, and oh my goodness, the bounce inside the top pocket. Beautiful work there from Scuffed as they sink in another 2 points.
Now, does that count as disgusting? That play there, right in that pocket.
I think it's gross. I don't think it's disgusting, but I think it's gross.
Fair play. I like that it's not binary, right? There's a whole spectrum of disgusting, gross, and
yeah.
Amazing. Here we have Niddywick taking their time, moving over on the left side as they move forward here. Look at this, set something up. They are pressured, so they are resetting this back to Viatrex, sending it back to Niddywick, who gets a hand on it. Looks at his players in front of him and does pass it forward to one of them. It's BK. BK getting it forward into Scuba Do 2, who does this for you, putting 2 more points on the board for Gravity, closing that gap that Scuffed have worked so hard for. Gravity want to win this. They want to take the lead, and they are crawling it back.
Yep, Gravity is definitely hungry for it, but so is Scuffed. Their lead has been cut down to just 2 points, but here they come with the joust advantage. This one's going over to Joshy T in the tunnel. Joshy finding Baguette, and then back to Oculau, and they're playing this triangle formation in the mid again, and it's worked out for them well so far. Here they come. They're advancing down into the Gravity zone. Back to Oculau, and over to Joshy T. Joshy pausing at the pack for just a second. That Gravity stack is lurking there at the shield. They need to be careful. Doesn't want to fight it. Sends it back to Oculallen, who fires this one to Ochapi. Ochapi, not liking it. Sends it back to Oculallen. The patience for Scuffed is fantastic, and finally it pays off as Oculallen hits that pass to Joshy T. And Joshy T, another pocket. This one in the top goes in for the 2.
Yeah, it's lovely to see a pocket shot. It's like the precision it takes to score a pocket, and we've seen a couple of them now. Joshy T putting in that one into the top pocket, and we have Gravity coming out now for their possession. QB, Viatrex picking this up, trying to get over to the right, and it's picked up by Scuffed, who can score those. Ochapi puts that in, 70 meters per second speed of a shot. That's 3 more points for Scuffed, and now we're starting to see why they've sat at the top of the ladder for so long in this season. They find themselves with a 7 lead, 7-point lead in front here, and this is Viatrex picking this up now, throwing it over to the left. We have Niddywick back to Viatrex sending it high up here to BK down to Niddywick sending it over to Scubs. His trajectory was a little too high to receive that, because now we have Baguette holding the disc, taking their time as they get it over to Ochapi picking this up now, resetting it back to Ocuadin over to the left tunnel.
Yep, this one's going to be handled by Baguette. Under pressure from the stack, still manages to get rid of it, and does not maybe connects. Looking for Ochapi, but finds the hands of Viatrex instead. Viatrex sending this one through the tunnel. I don't know if it's just me. No, it is a little disco disc going on there, but eventually it is going to be recovered by Baguette. Baguette pre-stacked here with Oculal and sending this one through. It's going to be a dribble, but they are leech. So that one, oh my goodness, almost bouncing in on its own. Bounces all the way into the hands of Scoobert Do into the Gravity zone. This is not looking good for Gravity right now. I mean, the defense from Scuffed has been fantastic. They need to find a way to get some points on the board because they are down by 7 right now. That is a minimum of 3 goals, and that assumes that at least one's a 3. They need to find some points, but Baguette is determined to not let them have it as he sinks in that 3 and extends the Scuffed lead up to 10. Scuffed is looking anything but Scuffed right now.
Yeah, it's so aggressive. It's so aggressive how they're playing. You give them one shot lane and they take it. That was right in the middle of the goal there. There was no missing that. Straight in. And this is Scuffed taking the lead here. This is Gravity playing a lot more aggressive, trying to get a headbutt there, but it backfires. Oh no. Oh, Chappie. Oh, Chappy Chappy. He puts that in. That's another 3 points for Scuff. It's a bit of a runaway now. It's a bit of a runaway now.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I mean, it is a bit of a runaway, and I mean, I don't want to casters curse it, but they are on quite a pace, if you know what I mean. Here comes Viatrex sending this one through to Nillywick. Nillywick just looking to get rid of this one and does. That bounces away from the defender, actually buying time for Gravity to maybe get there first. No. Oh, Chappie tracks this one down and sends it to Baguette. Baguette sending this one. Oh my goodness. Looking for that 2/3 court shot, but it is barely off. But bounces back into his own hand, so complicated self-pass, totally calculated. Trust me, don't read into it. He'll send this one over to Akilalin, who fires this one up, looking for Ochapi once again, connecting off the bounce. Down low to Baguette, driving in, looking for some more points, doing some moves and break, checking the defender. My goodness, another... I'll call it disgusting. We'll call it disgusting. That's going in for the 2.
So that's 3 disgusting shots we've had tonight. What a privilege it has been. what a privilege to witness such a thing as we have Gravity preparing to come out here, finding themselves with possession just again. Viatrex moving forward as he sends it up high to Nillywick. Nillywick sending it down to Scuba Doo. He gets it very quickly to BK. BK taking his chances there, trying to get that in, but the goalie is too strong here. And Baguette from the midline, throwing this up to Cloud, perhaps looking for that Cloud shot. But it doesn't matter. They're looking to pick this up again. Allen beaten to it though. Viatrex taking possession here, going for his long shot. And no! Oh! From my angle, that looked like it was going in. It very, very close as Gravity. Look. So just pop that in with 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, maybe a little miscommunication there on who from Gravity was going to handle it, but they figure it out and they get the points, and that's all that matters here. We're going to have about 2 seconds remaining, if that, left in round 3. So unless somebody gets a very lucky headbutt, I do believe our final score will be 19-6. The headbutt's looking good, but it is not enough. And that will end out round 3. Scuffed taking this one 19-6. What a match. I mean, Money Mitch... What happened there in round 3? I mean, they ran away with it out of nowhere.
To be honest, I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to work out what changed. Was it the was it pushing Gravity onto the back foot where they're having a possession joust and then just reading it? Scuff's counter QBs were just playing out so well in their favor, and before you know it, it's a couple 3 points back to back. That adds up very quickly. And I think that's what Gravity were looking at there. But do you agree? Do you think it was something else?
I think I'm with you. It just it came down to speed. In my opinion, it came down to speed, and the speed at which Scuffed was reading, was getting stacked, was applying pressure to those Gravity passes, just all around. They were precise and quick about it, and I think Gravity just was not able to handle it as Scuffed got more and more warmed up going into that round 3. I think, maybe mental might have been a factor at one point. Once the dam is open, it is really hard to then fix that. So Scuff took full advantage of that momentum swing, but all around, a really solid game by both of these teams. It was just in the end Scuffed going nuts there in round 3. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, congratulations indeed. Very, very well played. Very well played. There's something else I'd like to say. I don't know if anyone's aware, but November 20th. November 20th is a day you are not going to want to miss. Echo Arena VRML Season 6 Grand Finals for NA, EU and OCE that weekend. This should be one of the biggest shows in VRML history. So be sure to tune in for the best Echo Arena you'll see all year. November 20th, November 20th, November 20th. Sarkiotic. Yep. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for being my assistant caster tonight.
You are so welcome, boss. I'm just glad to be here.
But yeah, seriously, it's I'm learning very quickly how to cast very well. This is my 3rd or 4th cast, and just having you on, your energy's phenomenal.
Thank you.
You're a lead caster, right?
I am a senior caster, apparently.
Senior caster.
Yeah.
No, absolutely phenomenal. It's great to share the cast with you.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope everyone else also enjoyed as well. And we're going to close up here. And also thank Wonder T-Man. What a legend. What an absolute veteran when it comes to running the cams and the production side, as well as looking after the chat here. Very well. Great job. And I think
yeah, Wonder, I got promoted. um, but yeah, thank you. That was so much fun casting with you. I don't, I'm just extremely busy. Between work during the week and then on the weekends, I'm busy as well. But every time I get the opportunity to cast EU, it is always very, very fun. So thank you so much for letting me cast with you here today. Before we get on out of here, just got to shout out our sponsors really, really quickly. Asterion Products, guys. AsterionProducts.com. You want to go there. You want to pick up one of their mats. I'm speaking not as a VRML person right here. I'm speaking as a player. Those mats, phenomenal. I was able to turn off my Guardian. I don't hit stuff anymore. Awesome stuff. And then also shout out to HyperX because they are doing giveaways during Fall Fest, which culminates in November 20th, as Money Mitch was saying. So I got to shout out the people that, the people, the organizations and the groups that continue to make VRML function. Thank you so much to our sponsors. But Mitch, what a set of matches. I think we're ready to get on out of here. You got anything else before we go?
Just guys, tune in November 20th and watch all regions. If you're from OCE, watch the other regions. If you're from Europe, watch the America regions as well. You can learn a lot by seeing how different metas develop, and that's something you'll be seeing right here on Twitch, VRML Master League.
Yep.
We're going to sign off here. Have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Look after yourself and stay awesome.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.